between the Niners and Chargers. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Bring up 180. Hey, Brown 80.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 54, Mike. 54.
Wait, 89.
54. 54. Come on, D.
Check 9. Check 9.
Watch out.
Hey, ready. 89.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Check three. Jumping.
12. Wait, 89.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Rivers. And Allen's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rivers steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Rivers now for the 50. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, 50 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Mostert. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Running on 1st down, Eckler. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, 35 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Here we go.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
Lock, 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 man.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He'd hit the sideline. Third and long for Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught at the 25. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Quan Alexander in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to go down again. D. Ford, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, his second sack of the night.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with Coleman on first down, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, 85's coming, watch him. You got double tight. 31's the mic.
21.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Play action, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Double tight. Hey, we got four down. Check 31. 31's the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you.
12, fellas, here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
21. Hey, Zoo.
Watch the curl. 49's the mic. 3 buzz. 49's the mic.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mike's 49. Rip left.
21. Here we go.
49's the mic. I got you.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 180. 2. Hey, wahoo.
49, guys. Mike, 49. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Check, crunch.
Now Mostert. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
You've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys.
Gold on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
180, 380, 180.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Wait, 89.
Once more, here's Eckler. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Rivers on the money to Benjamin, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing Rivers. That's going to be caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Virgil Green, 34 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
49ers 9.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Coleman now. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Omaha.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the 39, Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that intercept. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Rivers now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.